Sad. Ezra Blount, 9 years old, gone. 9-year-old boy who was injured at AstroWorld Festival passes. He has now become the 10th and youngest person to pass from injury sustained at AstroWorld. Sad. I don't believe this. The boy's gone. The 9-year-old boy who had been on life support after he was trampled at Travis Scott's AstroWorld Festival in Houston has passed. Ezra Blount succumbed to his injuries on Sunday, his family said. Ezra had been sitting on the shoulders of his father when Scott opened his set at the NRG Park in Houston on November 5th. Both were caught up in the chaos that unfolded when fans rushed the stage. His father said the rapper was one of his son's favorite artists. He was stoked. He was ready to go. From the McDonald's commercials to Fortnite, Ezra was already a big fan, his father said in an interview with media outlets. They had stayed towards the rear of the crowd in order to avoid the rowdiness expected near the front of the stage. Everything was cool for a split second. The crowd quickly surged forward, forcing bodies together, suffocating Ezra and his father. His father lost consciousness in the chaos. I'm yelling out, I can't breathe. There's other people around me saying they can't breathe. It was definitely a moment where I didn't know what to do, he said. Ezra had been sitting on the shoulders of his father when Travis Scott opened his AstroWorld set. He regained consciousness. He was unable to find young Ezra, who had been trampled under the feet of the crowd. Panicked, he rushed to medical tents and local hospitals to try and locate his son. He filed a police report and later received a photo of the boy. Just to see him in that condition, I just wasn't ready for that. At the hospital, his father learned Ezra's internal organs had been severely damaged and his brain was swollen. He had been on life support until Sunday. The young boy's death marks the tragic concert's death toll to 10. On the tragic night of the show, 8 victims were pronounced dead. The 9th victim, 22-year-old college student, was confirmed dead last week. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump has filed a lawsuit for Bolt and nearly 100 other families in civil suits against various persons and entities connected to the concert. The lawsuit names Scoremore Management, Live Nation Entertainment, Travis Scott, Cactus Jack Records, and others as defendants. The attorney said Friday he is representing more than 200 victims who have suffered mentally and physically. On Sunday, Crump released a statement on Ezra's death. Ezra Boult's family tonight is grieving the loss of their precious young son. Crump said in a statement, this should not have been the outcome of taking their son to a concert. What should have been a joyful celebration. Ezra's death is absolutely heartbreaking. We are committed to seeking answers and justice for the family. But tonight we stand in solidarity with the family in grief and in prayer.
We begin with breaking news in the AstroWorld Festival tragedy. 9-year-old Ezra Blount has died. Aniela Ruiz joins us from outside Texas Children's Hospital. Aniele, what have you learned?
Hey, Grace, just terrible news for Ezra's family and for the entire Houston community that had been pulling for him and praying that he would pull through. Sadly, tonight, his attorneys, Ben Crump and Alex and Bob Hilliard, sending out a statement saying that 9-year-old Ezra has passed. Now, 9-year-old Ezra had been here at Texas Children's Hospital all week fighting for his life. His family attorney telling us Ezra had life-threatening injuries and was placed in a medically induced coma. They tell us he was on life support in an attempt to try and combat the trauma in his brain, liver, and kidney. In a statement, his attorney is saying this should have never been the outcome of taking their son to a concert, what should have been a joyful celebration. And even Mayor Sylvester Turner sending out his condolences tonight. In his tweet, he said he is saddened to learn of Ezra's death. Our city tonight prays for his mom, dad, grandparents, other family members, and classmates at this time. They'll need all of the support in the months and years to come. May God give them the strength. Rest in peace, Ezra. Now, the family last week told me that they were flying in a doctor from out of state to try and get a second opinion. We have reached out to the attorneys to try and see if we can get more information, but I've not heard back yet. Again, everyone really saddened by this news because 9-year-old little Ezra is the youngest AstroWorld victim. Reporting live at the Texas Medical Center, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
So sad. This is really so sad. But what we can take from this is going forward, that this tragedy does not repeat itself, and they put things in place to prevent such things like this to ever happen again. It's sad that it takes a loss of life to, to have a learning lesson that, to have certain things in place. It's just so sad. He's too young. 9 years old. It's too young. Ezra Blount, rest in peace.